blocking to me is probably like in my top two favorite things to do. Like I like to go in there and just and hit somebody, especially if it's for CJ, running behind me. So I really know I got to go lay somebody out.
You've had a couple 100-plus-yard games this season, and what was your original career high of 157 rushing yards against Purdue. But you had 228 rushing yards against USC. That was a new career high. So what was different about that game that allowed you to literally run all over the Trojans?
I would say that game just meant a slightly bit more because it was a rivalry game. USC and Notre Dame have playing each other for a very long time. And like just to be able to play in that rivalry game, I feel very, honored and blessed to be able to, up the score for Notre Dame. But that game just had a little bit more to it. And I feel like my performance is a testament to that week of preparation that we had. We went into that week really, really, really just focusing on our recovery and our preparation and just making sure that we were doing the right things on and off the field so that we can put ourselves in the best position to have success. And we focused on that. We went out there and executed, and I just had a good game. It wasn't all me, it was my teammates as well. It was my O-line. It was our receivers. It was the defense getting the offense back the ball. It was the special teams putting the offense and defense in good field positions. And it was just a combination of everybody doing their job that allowed me to have that type of performance.
When you break free for a 60-yard run or a huge run like that, what's running through your mind as you're running up the field?
um, Really, whenever I'm like running on when I'm running pretty far, I'm just hoping that nobody catches catches me. Um, a lot of times people don't catch me. Last game, I'm not gonna say I got caught. I'll say the guy got a good angle. I just wasn't able to outrun him fully. But yeah, whenever I'm breaking off for long runs, I'm just like hoping that nobody catches me or trips me up. And I want to go all the way and score a touchdown. But yeah, when I'm breaking off long runs, I'm very just fired up, just being able to showcase my speed and just being able to make a big play for my team.
What three words would you use to describe your style of play?
I would say confident, bold, and electric.
What current or former NFL player would you compare yourself to then?
Um, that's a good question. Um, as of right now, I would say maybe Jameer Gibbs or something. He's very, very explosive and fast. And I feel like he's more of a complete running back. He can do it all. So I would say me and him is a good comparison.
After the USC game, your Heisman odds surged. So, what is your elevator pitch argument for being a Heisman finalist at this point in the season?
um, I would say if I was to like say something to like the voters or whatever, I just say um just look at my game, like look at my play style. I can do some spectacular things, but I'm also that team guy. I can, put my body on the line where I need to. Um, and yeah, I just make spectacular plays. Smart football player, and most importantly, I like to see my teammates, have success, and not only myself.
Speaking of your teammates, CJ Carr is redshirt freshman quarterback. What stands out to you about him?
I would say CJ's boldness and his confidence. CJ isn't scared to go out there and make a spectacular throw. He isn't scared to go out there and just do what he does. CJ is very, very confident in his game. He never backs down, no matter who we're facing. And I feel like he's had a very, very good start to this year. He's just been showcasing his skills and just proving to people what type of guy he is, and he's a great guy. And shoot, if not now, in the future, he's going to be recognized as the best quarterback in college football or one of the best quarterbacks in college football. And CJ is going to just keep working and working and working and just continue to prove himself week by week. But yeah, CJ is bold and he's confident.
How would you describe your relationship with CJ? Have you taken a little bit of a leadership role with him as a more experienced player?
Um, I would say me and CJ's relationship, we're teammates, we're partners in crime. Like, my job is to protect CJ at sometimes. And his job is to protect me as well whenever we're doing like RPOs and stuff like that. But as me being an older guy, I try to make sure that CJ is always confident in himself and that he's always level headed, so that he can go out there and do what he does. Like say CJ goes out there and he makes a mistake and makes a bad play, my job is to, or I think my job is to make sure that CJ knows you got to play the next play. You got to continue to center yourself every single play so that you can put, the team in the best position possible to succeed. And that's the role that I take on in my relationship with CJ. But he also is a great leader himself. He motivates me and all of the guys really just to go out there and do our thing. But yeah, me and CJ are very cool. We're partners in crime, I say. He makes me look good, and I make him look good as well.
Yeah, against USC, you helped block a touchdown run that he had in. Is that a nice change of pace to play a slightly different role sometimes like that?
Oh yeah, I love blocking. Like blocking to me is probably like in my top two favorite things to do. Like I like to go in there and just and hit somebody, especially if it's for CJ, running behind me. So I really know I gotta go lay somebody out. In last game, I went in and I did that. I made sure that, I got on my block and I blew somebody up so that CJ can go in there and get a touchdown. But yeah, I take a lot of pride in run blocking and pass blocking. And it's just a thing that I like to do. I like to be physical, and just try to dominate somebody else. Especially if it's, for my team.
What's the best advice Marcus Freeman has given you so far?
Um, I would say the best advice Coach Freeze given me was to block out the noise, whether it's good or bad. You don't want to get a big head, and also you don't want to, feel discouraged about yourself. I feel like that's helped me a lot this season. As to I was just getting a lot of praise early on in the season. As the season goes by, we start off the season 0-2. That praise can turn into not praise. um, and really it's all just blocking out the noise because now people are talking high at me. Who knows how long that'll that'll go on for. Um, but yeah, just block out the noise and just really just work every single day. That's the best advice Coach Freeze given me.
Sort of along those lines, how would you describe this Notre Dame team and how it's bounced back from that 0-2 start?
I would say that we are, if I was to like describe us with a single word, I say that we're hunters. No matter if we're, having a good performance or not, or maybe we've won, a couple games, like we always think of ourselves as the hunters. We're never going to be the hunted. We're always going to attack other teams and just try and just dominate them. Our mindset, going into every game is to just execute and be physical and make the other guy, want to quit, make him not want to play anymore. And that's just our mindset on this football team and our mindset going into every game.
Does Notre Dame have a secret weapon, or is there a side to this team that we haven't seen yet?
Um, I wouldn't say we have a secret weapon. Um, but I mean, all you've seen so far is that we're a team that's going to go out there and attack. Whether no matter what situation we're in, we're going to go out there and put our best foot forward, and just see how that plays out. And for the most part, we believe that's going to play out in our favor. We're going to do the things that we need to do, on the field in practice and also off the field to make sure that things play out in our favor all the time.
What do you think about the rumors and speculation about Marcus Freeman maybe going to Florida or Penn State or any other program? Does that have an effect on you guys?
Oh no, no. Um, I mean, we believe in Coach Free. And we don't really like pay attention to stuff like that. Like I don't myself. Like I've seen some stuff on social media as of recently, but like, I really don't pay it any mind because I know that, our coach believes in me, in our team, and we also believe in him to, just lead us. So just try not to pay attention to stuff like that and just we consider that all noise.
You created a sports anime comic, and I wanted to ask you about that. Where did that idea come from, and do you write and illustrate it yourself?
So I do not write or illustrate it. The idea originally came from my dad. So growing up, I loved, anime and manga and comics and stuff like that. And with my dad knowing that, he wanted to tell my story in a unique way, and his idea was to, do it in a comic book form. And it's been a long time, since that idea originally surfaced. It's been about 5 years in the making. It's finally here, Germ Monster. Like the full thing will be coming out in literally a couple weeks. Like the digital copies are available now. But like the full like physical book will be coming out pretty soon for everybody to grab. Um, but yeah, Germ Monster is about me and my story growing up, playing football. We're telling it in a fun way. And we really just want to connect with kids and just people in general, and instill values of never giving up and being yourself and just always just doing the right things even when nobody's looking. Just trying to instill those values, but also the book is a way to get back to football as well because football has got me here. It's got me to Notre Dame, and I want to get back to the sport. So Jeremiah Star is my way of doing that as well.